All right, great. So we're just going to ask you a series of questions. Some will be scenario-based and some will just be straight-out answers.
Okay.
All right. So my first question is, tell me what you were doing before you started Year Up. How did you hear about Year Up? And what made you decide to join?
Okay. So before joining Year Up, I was a full-time student at College San Mateo, and as well as working full-time at a rental company called Avens the Budget. At College San Mateo, I was a microbiology major, and while I was working at Avens the Budget, I was a dispatcher position, where our job was to not only load the cars onto the system, but also as well as direct customers to their vehicles, and to organize the vehicles on a lot. And I heard about Year Up from my coworker at Avens the Budget. He told me about it because he was looking for a opportunity as well to further his education and his future career. So he told me about it, and then and I decided to join as well because then I was trying to transfer at College San Mateo, but I was unsuccessful for 2 years. So that's why I decided to join Year Up.
Okay, great. So why tech? Why do you want to work in technology?
I want to work in technology because it's a ever-evolving field now, because it's so big now, and that there's so many ideas that are coming in. And it's also for me, I came from a science background, and science in a way is relatable because there's a lot of research going on every day, and there's also new developments of other new mechanics or new methods of developing new softwares.
Great. So we're switching gears a little bit. What was your biggest challenge or growth area during learning and development, and what did you do to overcome this challenge?
I feel like my biggest challenge was actually saving time. I guess not saving time, but more like putting time for myself, because for my personality, I really like to help people out, and sometimes that sort of becomes a barrier for me because I help people so much that I tend to forget to do things myself. So I have to constantly remind myself that I have to do my science first before helping others.
Are there strategies that you've used that have been successful?
Yes. So one strategy that I am currently using is that when an assignment is assigned to me, I should just work on it first before I help others out.
Great. And are there ways that you will continue this on internship?
Yes. So another is also to keep a plan for myself as well, so that anytime I sort of forget anything, that I can look at my planner and say that, oh, I need to do this, and as well as sort of set a time schedule on my Outlook calendar, so that I can have not only reminders but also as well as like a small due date reminder or a time stamp to do that assignment.
Great. So is there a specific track that you're interested in here?
Yes, so I was actually accepted into the cybersecurity track already.
Okay, great. And what are some qualities about yourself that you think kind of made you a good candidate for that track?
I am a quick learner, and I feel that with that ability, I can learn new languages fast, and then I can sort of apply that to the workforce or work environment. Mm-hmm. And by applying, also I can also be able to teach others, because by teaching others, I feel that not only will I be understand the material at a deeper level, but also as well as to be able to articulate and explain those skills to others.
Great, thank you.
So let's say, Kevin, that you were at work, you're at your internship, and you were asked to run a 15-minute meeting with your team so that you could update each team member on the status of a project that you're working on in cyber, let's say. How would you do that?
So first, I'll organize the main points that I want to give out to my colleagues, and then with those main points, I'll give these examples, so that way that not only would they understand what the main point of the subject is, but also as well as what are the steps and what are the directions for them to take and do for that certain subject.
So how would you organize the
Oh,
meeting?
Sorry, yeah. So I'll
No, it's
organize.
okay.
Yeah. So I'll organize it through not only PowerPoint, but also as well as I feel like through Microsoft Word as well. And those two powerful tools can help me layer out specifically how I want to sort of display those meanings to them
Okay.
or material.
Okay, I'm gonna shift gears a little
Okay.
bit. 6 months from now, in your professional environment, what will your colleagues and your boss be saying about you?
That I am reliable, responsible, and that I am dedicated to my work. Because with liability, I really like to quickly finish the work, the test that I am assigned, so that not only that when I help people out, that I don't sort of miss my own assignments to finish and do, and that for responsibility, I really like to really have a how should this have good moral for myself, and that I like to do good things even when people don't notice it. Like I sort of really like to overachieve confidence for myself, even though people don't notice it. Got the third point.
Dedicated to work.
Yeah, and that's the work. And that I really like when I enjoy my work. I really like to work on it, even though if it is overdoing it for myself. Because like I enjoy it so much that it's like sort of like playing a game in a way that sometimes you sort of get lost track of time.
Thank you.
So let's say, Kevin, that you're at work and your boss asks you for a very high-profile project that she or he wants you to work on, and you realize after you walk away that you really don't have all the materials that you need for that project to complete it. What do you do?
First, I would do all my research that I can on that project and sort of the materials I need. And then I'll ask, and a second after that, I'll ask my colleagues if they can have any references for me on top of asking them the questions that I've researched on, so that they can sort of point me to the right direction that I can head to. And then come back to them if after any questions I have after sort of research on those articles or the resources that they have given me. And if I still have any other problems, I would then go ask my boss for further clarifications.
Okay, good.
Awesome. Do we have time for other questions?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. What is one of your biggest accomplishments at Europe so far?
I feel that my biggest accomplishment would be my first web page that I've done in Mod 1, because I just spent so much time on it, and not only that, because I really had fun with it, with the trial and error. I felt that even if I made an error, I had to go through every single line to find that error and correct it. Sometimes even if I find the error, it might not be the certain way I want it, so I have to redo it. Because I feel like really that is my biggest accomplishment, is finishing that web page.
Great, thank you.
So I just have one more question. So let's say, can you describe a conflict situation that you've experienced in the workplace, and how did you handle it?
So the biggest conflict would be at my old job working at Avis Budget, when a lot of times the customers are assigned to the same car during the summertime, especially because there's so many booking going on, and then the cars run low. So when that happens, I talk to both the customers and see who is willing to sort of get a second car. And a lot of times also as well as give them a fee upgrade, because then it's sort of not only would want to give them great customer service, but also as well as sort of like a apology to sort of that is inconvenient to them.
Okay. So one final question that's off the grid. If you had to give a definition, your definition of happiness, what would it be?
For me, it's really about helping other people and to sort of build that friendship bond and community. Because I really like to enjoy seeing other people happy. Because not only does it take their stress off what they have in their personal life or their work life, but that to see them be themselves, be able to bring themselves out to the world.
Great. Very good.